Let me ask you, do you think you have crossed over to American popularity?
I have crossed over to American popularity, but there's still a bigger audience in the American popularity that I still can go.
Mm-hmm. So has that been a challenge for you?
I wouldn't say it's a challenge because it's where your music will take you. Like I spoke to Charlemagne and he was like, I know of dancehall, but I don't love it because I don't understand the music. So that's why I know when it comes on to dancehall itself, even though the genre is so big, it's looked at like an underground because people don't understand the Jamaican dialect. So it's if you want to give up the authenticity. Sure, sorry. I put my phone on silent, but you see what it says?
Snoop. Oh, pray.
It's time to pray. See, my alarm goes off when it's time to pray.
Wow.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Father.
So where was I?
Charlemagne.
So he was,
the dialect of...
Yeah, he was like, he don't understand the dialect in the music. And so it made me understand the level where it comes on to growth. Like some people just don't understand what we're saying in the dancehall, when it comes on to like dancehall and Jamaican music. So it's up to me if I want to start singing in standard English. Like a lot of people try it. They try to water down the sound and they start to do standard English to cross over to a bigger market and an audience. Me personally, I don't want to do that. So it's like I'm at a place where it's either I take it or leave it. When I water down my sound or my music, it's they understand what I say, but I'm the queen of dancehall. I'm always going to give you raw, authentic dancehall. So there's a difference. Some people will want it that bad that they will start to try to sound like an American or try to do other genres for fitting and blending, but me now water down my thing. So it's wherever it takes me.
Now, do you think skin color has anything with it in making it a little harder to be successful or accepted?
Absolutely. I think so.
Can you explain?
In 2018, I did Colorism, where I used makeup and I painted myself to appear lighter. And that movement, when I was doing Colorism, I wanted to create shock value.
So like a social experiment.
Yes, and I wanted to have the world's undivided attention because I was at a place in my life in 2018 where people was like, oh, if Spice want to make it further, she needs to change the color of her skin. She's so talented. She's the top of the genre. She is making all this money. Why isn't it she, want to push it to that level? Because society make it seem like if you don't have this Eurocentric look, that you won't make it too bigger, like you won't get signed to a record label, they won't push your music or whatever it is. So I feel like it's more difficult for a dark skin Black woman. And I say dark skin because you have Black women who are not dark skin. So I just feel like it's more difficult. Even the guys with music videos, they'll put a lighter skinned girl or choose a Eurocentric looking girl to put in their videos over a darker skinned girl. So I feel like, I'm very open when it comes on to colorism. I think it's very obvious that we still have colorism.
How do we navigate through that?
I think when our Black men start treating our dark-skinned Black women like the prize that they are, that can change as well. But you notice our Black men, they like to date a different.
I'll let you finish drinking.
You come for me today, I'm here come out. I'm here come out.
Because...
I'm here come out.
Because, let me tell you something. Last time I had this conversation...
What?
With a Black woman, talking about Black men choosing Black women, that Black woman wasn't even with a Black man.
But see, it goes both ways. There's a reason why maybe she's not with the Black man because of how the Black man treats us.
Oh, my goodness.
Attitude.
But
you see, if you're going to go there with me, you have to take a deep breath and think about it, because me, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to bring it all the way.
But did you not give more grace to the woman more so than to the man, because the man could say maybe his experience with black women has not been the same with dating a separate colored woman.
Well, a man would have to tell me, it's straight up, okay, we feel like this. So do you want to elaborate a little bit more so I can see exactly where you're coming from?
No, I asked you, or I made the statement, the last time I had this conversation with a black woman challenging black men to choose black women, that black woman was not with a black man. Right. And you said maybe.
Because the black men treat us differently. Correct.
Well, the black man could say the same thing with his experience with said black woman. And I'm not speaking, I'm speaking from what I've experienced from others. You see what I'm saying?
Have you ever dated a black woman?
I'm with a black woman.
Okay. And is your experience, well, obviously, if you're with a black woman, that's not your experience. No. So that means that it is possible to date black women.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, I'm speaking for my peer group. I'm speaking to the people who I come in contact with, and they've chosen
the
other races. And when you have those
well, for me, speaking for my peers, I personally feel like they choose other races because a lot of times our black men will treat the other races better than they would treat us. And they would act like, oh, they're the prize because of their complexion or their color of the skin or their look, their Eurocentric look. So even in Jamaica, it was a thing where they call it browning. If you get a brown girl, it's like, oh, guess what? I get a browning. But if you get a dark girl, a dark-skinned girl, it's like, I have a girlfriend. So it's been a thing where, I don't know, men just feel like they have a bigger prize with a lighter skinned woman. And it doesn't matter what the race is. That's just my experience. I don't know. That's just my experience when it comes down to my friends group. Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
And we can talk about this all day.
Yeah, because people are going to have mixed reviews, mixed reactions, and everybody's going to be entitled to their opinion. But I've just seen it, even with artists and music videos, they want the lighter-skinned girl to the front, or,
I just have acknowledged that when a black man chooses another race, he's a sellout. If a black woman chooses another race, you go, girl.
I've seen they call women sellout too.
You do what's best for you. And it's almost as if you assume that a black man did it. When you look at individuals who have enormous platforms, whether athletes, whether entertainers, whether artists, and you uncover, hey, she's not with a black man. She's more likely to get more grace than an athlete, than an entertainer, or a musical artist that has chose a black man who's an artist, athlete, or entertainer, and he has chose somebody outside of his race. That's all I'm saying. It's not. It's not. It's not comparable.
A woman is a sellout as well when she dates another race. So I don't know. It is a big topic.
Yeah. Now, your song Black Hypocrisy. Some of the lyrics say, and I'm paraphrasing, I was told I would reach further if the color of my skin was lighter. And I was made to feel inferior because society says brown girls are prettier. I love the way I look. I love my pretty black skin. Why was it important for you to make that known through your music?
Because I wanted other dark-skinned girls to sing those words. I wanted them to say, I love the way I look. Me love the way me look. Me love my pretty black skin. Respect due to my strong melanin. Proud of my color, love the skin that I'm in. My born racism, demolish colorism. I wanted black women to say those words.
If you could relay a message to the world about the dark-skinned woman, what would that message be?
Black is beautiful, and I feel like it's full time we stop pushing it under the rug, where even in the job space, you know, a lighter skinned woman get chosen over a darker skin, whether she is more qualified for the job because you want a certain type of image or look to represent your company. I feel like it's full time we open up the conversation, because too long now it's been happening where our dark skinned women are being shunned, whether it be, you know, job titles, music videos, modeling, or whatever. You know, it's recently since we have that conversation where they start to embrace our black girls, and you see more black models and more black people in their rightful position. So I just feel like we need to continue talking about it and stop sweeping it under the rug, so they can know that, hey, we know you're doing this.
Right. Other fellow Caribbean artists like Shinsia, Rihanna, was it possibly easier for them because of their skin tone?
I wouldn't in particular say so, especially since their talent is so obvious. So in particular, coming from the Caribbean, I wouldn't particular say so, because they're obviously two super talented women.
Yeah.
So in that case, I wouldn't just necessarily pick that out and say that. Well, because their talent is too obvious.
I see an individual also, I don't know if she's Caribbean or not, but Tim's, right?
Tim's from Africa.
Right. Her experience navigating through, you know, the music industry, being a dark-skinned, very beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
It is different. You see it, to your point, in music videos, the vixens that they choose, the models that they choose, you know, the people who are the subject matter in how we identify beauty to be. We go for the light-skinned example, this particular person example, but it should always be about skill.
Yeah.
Or just the identity of, you know.
Absolutely. And just to piggyback off of it should always be about skill, I can also, you know, point out to some of our biggest stars. And if you look at some of our biggest stars, whether they're talented or not, and there are some skillful stars, if you look at them now versus where they started, their complexion is very obvious in your face. I don't have to say a name. I don't have to say it. Go Google some of your biggest star, then and now. Do it.
But skin bleaching. Skin bleaching is still a very real issue.
It is.
Is there pressure to be lighter in this industry?
I feel like there's pressure. People used to sing about it. It was a trend in Jamaica back in the days when I did my Black Hypocrisy. It was a trend. It was a thing where if you had my complexion, ain't nothing happening for you. Your thing not hot. You're not turn up. Like, yeah, it is a thing. Still to this day.
I have daughters. I have light-skinned daughters. I have brown-skinned daughters. Whether they want to get into any type of field, they can want to be a teacher. They could want to be an executive. They could want to start their own apparel line. They could want to be a musician. They could want to be an athlete. But how do you encourage the younger generation who may have darker skin in this climate of how we identify what beauty is?
I think it starts from also within the home. Like, I've seen too many Black family or dark-skinned Black family buying dolls for the children, like a dark-skinned girl, and you're giving her a doll that has like a different look for her to feel like, you know, she starts to comb the hair and that's not really her look. So she feels like that's the beauty. So I feel like we need to start giving her or Black children, Black dolls, and just pouring into them and giving them the words, like reminding them that they're beautiful, and let them see, you know, their beauty every time they look in the mirror, just to remind them constantly, you know, give them words of affirmation. But I hate to see Black family giving dolls to children that is not, you know, that's a different race. I think it starts from there, as young as there.
Now, we've talked about your time in Africa, the States, the Caribbean, and Europe. I want to talk about this because it goes hand in hand with self-hatred in our community. We see a lot of diaspora wars online, Black Americans versus Caribbeans, Africans versus Black Europeans. Everybody's debating identity. What's your perspective, you know, with that specific issue? And do you think it's really just a matter of where the boat dropped us off at?
I think it has somewhat to do with that, because for me, when I came here in America, not just to say I came here, but maybe 4 years ago when I started doing Love and Hip Hop, and I moved to Atlanta and I started working here, and, you know, filling out a form, I noticed they would say African American. They won't say African, they say African American. So I thought we were all just African or just black. So in that aspect, I would say it has something to do with where they probably, you know, where the boat dropped you off at, because we learn different things along the way, like culturally. Like, even though I feel like, oh, we're all from, like, all black people, we're from Africa, you'll meet a black person here in Atlanta or America and they act differently from, you know, a Caribbean black person versus an African American black person.
Right.
So I feel like it has a lot to do with where the boat dropped you off at.
Yeah, I was watching a clip a couple weeks ago in regards to, and I believe it was Muhammad Ali who said it. And Africans come from Africa. Jamaicans come from Jamaican. For the longest, especially throughout segregation, African Americans was called Negroes. But where's Negro at? You know, as an African American, our roots are tied to Africa.
That's what
until
we came
an
to
African American goes
America.
to Africa, and the Africans will identify you as American.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a identity balance.
It's an identity balance.
Or imbalance,
Yes,
so to speak.
I agree. I have to agree. And just to insert something and elaborate more on that topic, I remember when I was here in America, when there was an uproar with police brutality against, you know, a black person, and I was marching. And there was people in Jamaica be like, oh, what should America march for? Why, like, why is she there marching and she's not an American? And I'm like, wait, what? I thought we were all black people. So I'm like, if police is gonna do something brutal to me, they're not gonna stop and say, oh, where are you from? They just see black. So it was very confusing to me when they were kind of separating the black culture of African American versus Caribbean American. Like, I just feel like we're all one.
For sure. Because when you get pulled over, whether they check your ID, man, the first thing that they're gonna see, get that nigga. Point blank period.
Point blank period.
You know what I'm saying? They don't care if you from Barbados, they don't Puerto Rican,
Jamaica,
it don't matter. Africa,
Barbados,
Singapore, it don't matter. If you got a dark
Singapore, I thought we were calling out all the Caribbean.
I'm sorry. But if that person has a dark complexion, it could be Chinese.
They don't care.
Man, listen, you a nigga to them.
Yep.
Point blank period.
Period.
So for us, it doesn't matter. It's always an identity crisis amongst even us.
Yes.
Sometimes, because we filled out certain, documents, and it does say African American. It does say, black, or, it always has a situation.
Yeah.
Caucasians came from, was it Caucasus?
Absolutely.
The Mountains of Caucasus.
Yep, that's it.
I just don't know where a Negro came from.
Exactly, because when I came here and I'm filling out a form, I'm not black. There's no black. There's just African American. That's what I have to tick.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not from America, so it's weird.